The distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Today, it's the opener of the 2023 NFL season, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Baltimore Ravens.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
A new season of NFL football is here, and we're off in 2023 on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Stroud looks to throw on the first play. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense. Well, there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run with the former Buffalo Bill, Devin Singletary. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Right back to Singletary on 2nd down. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
70 Rangers.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
18 Rattler.
Stroud sets up the play action. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, today, of course, not just the start of the new campaign, it's the debut of DeMeco Ryans as the Houston head coach. Now, we saw him plenty with the 49ers, what he was able to do with that defense. Charles, what do you think he brings to the table for these Texans?
He brings football intelligence. He brings enthusiasm. He brings creativity. This guy wanted to be the head coach of the Houston Texans, twice a Pro Bowler with them in the NFL. He's come home. Now he wants to finish what he started as a player as a head coach.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's what a first down marker is here on 3rd. Stroud on 3rd down now. Open man is Mechie, and he's got him. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
8 yards on the
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right, then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and a couple.
Check, Tomcat.
A man coming off a great rookie year. It's Dameon Pierce. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And they'll go play action here with Stroud.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. Here's Stroud.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Kyle Hamilton picks it. And the Ravens are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Report! Middle. UAA.
After the interception, here's Jackson.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a 4.
At the 18-yard line.
Hey, report.
Give him 4 yards as he does it himself, and it's a first down.
Partner, I know we're in the era of the mobile quarterback, but there's still an element of surprise when that position keeps the football, and what a nice gain on that play.
This time, Jackson will throw it.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Shaquill Griffin with a pick.
He's on his way.
Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
They'll run here with Pierce.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Here's Pierce.
Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll run for it with Pierce.
And not only will he not get the few inches he needs, he's going to go backwards. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And it's now 3-0 Texans.
So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a first-and-goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled into 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Their second drive here of the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up a bit, a little, but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there the last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
There was a great article in the paper yesterday about how he likes to run angry. Plays like that, you can feel it, can't you?
As long as he doesn't drive angry, we're okay. Because when he's on the field, that anger works for him. It fuels him, it powers him, and the end result runs like that.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Able to locate Andrews here on the out route. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be second down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their...
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
Desmond King picks it.
And the Texans are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
At their own 42-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it.
The second down throw now from Stroud.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball. But he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
As Stroud now to throw. This ball caught by Mechie. He's going to pick up the first down and then some.
Touchdown, Texans!
John Mechie,
58 yards.
and the Texans are able to stretch out their lead.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
This taken in at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
43 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ball game.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Go. Get hot. Get hot.
Another run here with Dobbins.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Nice chunk of yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You can go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
2 straight 4-yard runs, and it is steadily working the ball downfield. To me, they're staying right on schedule. 1st down, you want 4 yards or more to set up the rest of the drive. They're getting exactly that.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun.
Open man is Bateman. It's complete. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Jackson on 1st down. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
Reports had him going to a lot of other teams, but the Ravens swooped in and surprised many by signing Beckham as a free agent. Didn't play last year as he recovered from a knee injury, and gives the Ravens a weapon they haven't had at wide receiver in quite some time.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Being chased out left. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now Lamar changing the play. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. That's also a gain of 9. Jackson trying to hustle his unit up quickly to the line of scrimmage.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 9-yard line.
They'll go again with Dobbins.
They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins.
A 9-yard touchdown run.
And the Ravens are back within a score.
Tucker with the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Stroud out of the gun here. He'll get this out wide to Singletary. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. A give up the middle to Singletary. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. And they're going to speed things up here. In motion, the tight end. Play action. Here's Stroud. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Kyle Hamilton picks it. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Forced out to his left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year, week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now it's Jackson. Under pressure, they got him again. Christian Harris in there again as he's able to pick up sacks on both 1st and 2nd down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after their first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Taken at the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're down on the scoreboard. Sort of a sloppy first half. Coach Davis, if you were in the locker room, what would the message have been?
I think I'd have to go with something you don't ordinarily go with in the NFL. That's like fire and brimstone. You got to fire these guys up. Make them understand what's going on out there. They were so sloppy in the first half. Too many turnovers. Tighten things up. Maybe get in their face a little bit. Get in their grill. And then send them back out.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 46. They go play action with Jackson. Pressure comes and down he goes.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of the tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted.
Desmond King picks it, and he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
As they started that drive, I think they looked at the scoreboard and said, this is a manageable deficit, guys, but let's go ahead and start cutting it down right here. Instead, an interception happened, so a 2-possession game might become 3. So as we get going here in the second half, this could rapidly reach the point where there isn't enough time left for a comeback if their defense doesn't bail them out.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
But these are the situations that really test the defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick, if indeed they end up trying one.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Here's Stroud.
He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They'll run on 1st down with Singletary.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
4 yards on the pickup.
Play action. Stroud now.
At the Ravens' 18-yard line.
He finds his man, complete. It's Schultz. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
That's a good effort there after the catch. He looked the ball in and then tried to get it to the goal line. What a nice tackle to get him down, but they're set up well now. 1st and goal at the 1.
Ready? Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Ready? Go!
Singletary will take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
Touchdown, Houston.
On for the PAT, Ka'imi Fairbairn.
Lining up for the extra point.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
Texans 24, Ravens 7. Ka'imi Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
Duvernay now going to bring it out.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
Devin Duvernay.
And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Ravens.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking out some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Alert! Alert!
Gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
They intercept Stroud again, the 3rd time in this game. Kyle Hamilton picks it. He may go.
And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
So that potentially a turning point here in this 3rd quarter. A 2-score lead down to 1 now following the pick 6.
And that had to be the message at halftime for this defense. Delivered and accepted. We need to go out there and make something happen.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Singletary here running out of the gun. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion.
Ready, go.
On 1st down, they stick with Singletary. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Ready, ready.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend.
Get it. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Go street.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
They'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. That's caught inside the 20. 39 yards there, a big one. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
60 Vikings. Go.
Singletary, they'll go up the middle. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 60 yards on the ground for him so far. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. This this game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides. So I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's
Anytime
right.
we have a
That's
defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
Phillips now from the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they have to try and move past that pick six because now they're dealing with a fourth-quarter deficit, and they need this drive to end in points. Now a throw here to his running back, and down he'll go at the 25. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
They'll run out of the gun with Singletary. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Come back, team! Come back, team!
Stroud.
Complete to Dorsett. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
So a nice throw there. And, CD, I have to think you've been impressed with what you've seen thus far here in his debut.
You know me well. I have been impressed because what I've seen is him starting to understand how to play the game in a short amount of time. The dazzling plays, they'll come with experience. But right now, we're seeing him handle the game, make all the smart plays, and the right reads.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. On the handoff, it's Singletary. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Stroud.
He finds his man, complete. It's Schultz. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
The throw over the middle, taken in. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
They'll come up now on second down.
Cowboy 80. Trap 60, trap 60. Mustang 19.
Stroud looking to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Here it is, 4th and inches.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down.
Here we go. This is 4th down.
Check the Eagles. 19 Tiger.
Here we go on 4th down. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
Dameon Pierce.
27 yards.
And the Texans have taken a 4th quarter lead. So how about the fortitude there? They're in field goal range, but they say, no, forget the 3. We think we can get the first, and they wind up getting a lot more than they bargained for.
And I love how you used an SAT word to describe what we just saw there, partner. That's got to be a deflated defense. You see the head down, the shoulders slumped. But we've talked about this before. Sometimes as a defense, you get so wrapped up in defending the first down line that that's your last line of defense. And once they get past that, they're gone.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead.
Texans 31, Ravens 28.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
Duvernay now going to bring it out. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Let's go.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Here comes 2nd down. Jackson.
Buying time to his left.
Late in the game, he's certainly doing everything in his power to buy time for his guys to make a play. But in this case, he's surrounded, and all he has room to do is to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, this one's had a season's worth of thrills already, and it's still week 1. Here's 3rd down now. Connecting with Andrews. And he is going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Hey, come on. Go ahead. Sit on! Hands up!
Throwing, Jackson. And we'll go right back to Andrews.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. And he used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Well, this offense still has the one timeout here, remember. 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
Now 2nd and 4.
Yo.
And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call.
And that flag accepted.
DC, right?
Here's 2nd down.
You. Go ahead.
Down Jackson.
That's caught. Breaker. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside.
Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward.
Okay, ready?
Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Buffalo 18.
Here's Huntley.
And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag.
We saw it too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
Well, they'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
You change it.
Jackson.
Flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
And once he got out of the pocket, you thought that maybe he'd take off with it, especially here in the 2-minute drill. Sometimes defenses are focused so much downfield that there's room to run, but this time he decided to throw it unsuccessfully.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance.
Well, for almost 8 years, 64 stood as the NFL record for the longest field goal. That has since been eclipsed. It's now 66, but still 64-yarder. Pretty impressive, CD.
Absolutely agree with that, because if you drill a 60-yarder in an NFL game, you've got a lot to be proud of. Record or no record. And only a handful of guys can even attempt it. Excellent job there, putting that one through the pipes.
1st and 10, it's Pierce.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime.
So conditioning going to be a factor here. Who can hold up to the test? It's overtime here in week 1. And we will not see a return to start overtime. It'll come out to the 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. First throw in overtime now for Jackson. Dancing to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
And once he escaped the pocket there, he tried to keep those eyes downfield, but nothing was materializing. So he makes a smart move and gets that to the sideline.
Third and 8 situation. A tough spot here in overtime on the opening drive.
Panther 11, Panther 11.
So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Now Jackson. Well, that'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points, and now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really old school guys that like sudden death right from the beginning. Well, we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick six, fumble return, you can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play it.
On the give, this is Singletary. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
Second and 9 from the 44. On second down, here's Pierce.
And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens 35.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Now Stroud.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this will be caught. It's a touchdown. And absolute stunned silence here as they have come in and stolen this one in overtime. As the fans exit back out through the turnstiles, not happy looks on their faces. Feel like they probably let this one slip away at home in overtime.
I would agree with that, and their unhappiness hurts the guys at the concession stands on the way out, right? Not stopping to buy something for the kids. They just want to get home. But what a dramatic way to finish this bad boy off. I mean, this game was dramatic all the way through. That's why we got to overtime. And then to go ahead and finish it this way, the fans streaming out unhappy. But the team that came in here and won this one on the road, they sprinted to their locker room.
And speaking of buying things, dinner on you tonight, Davis.
I kind of figured that was coming.
So for Houston, it was a game that could have gone either way, but they get the touchdown in.